Well, I rolled and I tumbled, I cried the whole night long. A few preparatory notes before I play Rollin and Tumblin. I've chosen a slide that's long enough to go across all four strings in case I want to. Sometimes you want to hear a full chord like that. Slides come in all shapes and sizes. Doesn't have to be as long as this one, but it should be long enough to cover the whole all four strings there. I've got by the way, I've got the first string, the A string, tuned down to G, so it matches the fourth G string, and it also gives you a nice open C chord instead of the C6 with the My Dog Has Fleas tuning. Now when you play with the slide, you don't press down really hard or else you hear the frets. So you have to sort of glide over it smoothly. You seldom slide more than 1 or 2 frets. When you fret a string with your finger, you press down in between the fret wires. There I am getting the first string of the 5th fret. But if you do it with a slide, it's different. You go right over the designated fret wire, like I'm going touching right over the 5th fret wire. And if the intonation isn't perfect, you can adjust it up and down by moving it like this. Now I've got my thumb against the fretboard, against the back of the neck here, that is. And so if I want to, I can shake my hand from the wrist. That thumb kind of stabilizes your hand. And you can get that wobble, that cool vibrato that goes good with slide. If I'm getting the whole chord, I've got my slide flat against the fretboard. But sometimes I'll tip the slide, like I'll bring the slide down here if I want to play a note on the first string and not hear the other strings ring out. And I can do that by bringing it down like so. If I want to play the 3rd or 2nd string and not hear the adjacent notes, I'll tip it this way. And that way I can play a note on those strings without hearing the adjacent strings. So those are just a couple of slide tips, and now I'm going to try to play Rollin and Tumblin the way it's written on your in your magazine article, and it goes like this. Well, I rolled and I tumbled, I cried the whole night long. And I rolled and I tumbled, I cried the whole night long. When I woke up this morning,